Okay, hello everybody. So today want to talk about references and we'll draw some more cyberpunk. So I think this is like just should be mentioned more often, just like remind each other and for people who's not aware maybe of this, they must to understand this important point here. It's you cannot avoid using references. As an artist, you always need the references, and earlier you understand how it works, better will be for you. It's kind of very important part of learning and became professional. So, for example, so here prepare two books. Like, recommend if you can find book How I Make Picture by Normal Rockwell. So, and here he is talking about how he make photographs from models, right? So here's this illustration he made, and this he photographed himself posing for this picture. So you see, then so all this like golden era illustrators, all this realistic masters like illustrators and painter, they have studio where they can invite models, like they can install proper lighting, and they have like their favorite models. They already kind of like have like a production team, so basically it's like being illustrator, it was like being director. It's like if you right now will make your own movie, so you need to manage production process. You need to find models. For models, you need props like clothing, maybe some like objects like weapons or some historical stuff. So here he have like very interesting. This is map of his area, Normal Rockwell neighborhood, and here he show like his neighbors he been using for paintings. So these people from his paintings, he show where they're living nearby his studio. So all these people, it's actual neighbors. So it's like if you're a famous illustrator, like your neighbors might be like happy to pose for you, sometimes even for free, just for fun kind of. Here's like one of normal Rockwell illustration, like so. In here, photographs he did. So sometimes it's very very close to final work. Here he was age. Then let's look book James Gurney. Also a very cool book, recommend to have imaginative realism. So no, and James Gurney, he's contemporary artist. You can find his Gumroad, his YouTube channel. You have tutorials. So on here, you see again, it's like his illustration about dinosaurs, and that's him posing for it. Then here he make photos of some kids. So again, I see it's like a directing. He have some idea in mind, he have some sketch, and then he needs to have like a better reference. because especially if you work with realism, it's so many nuances. Like light itself, it's a very sophisticated thing, so it's better to have better example. So, and this, like, he turned one boy into dinosaur. That's how it looks. Yeah, hello, King Boy. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Так. So let's show some more. So I just like want to make sure you are aware of this stuff. Like very important to understand. So when beginners they think in this kind of discussion, I have a lot this discussion in art college. Is talking like using references or photograph. It's a cheating. It's cheating only when is your like particular goal is to practice to work from life, right? So it's like if right now you have like assignment in the art college or university to draw life portraits or draw outdoors, like paint outdoors, yeah, in that case drawing from photograph will be cheating, will be like um, it's totally different task. um, But if you're a professional artist, like painter, illustrator, uh, you need references, like 100%. No matter what kind of style you have, not only realistic, or like style, like you can have like very simplified style, still you need references for many different reasons. Um, and so like I say again, it's like imagine like eraser, for example. I stole like eraser, 3D programs. Like yeah, you can say eraser. It's not to fix mistakes. Eraser, it's also tool you use in your process, right? So you know, like okay, first step I will draw a little more, so later I can deduct with eraser, or you use eraser on a certain stage to like bring some light so you can kind of erase small areas kind of. So you plan your process when and how you use eraser. It's not like control Z button. So it's important kind of how your attitude is the key. So with the reference, if you want photographs or 3D models or sculptures because you don't know how to draw people head, you know. Yeah, so it's like you forget like how human looks like, so you use sculpture. Yeah, then it's not good. You need to learn to be able draw without references. So then you use references to bring specific elements like um like again, like you know, when you need like very refined nuances, like it can be like very nuanced lighting or very like uh, powerful effect, which is you can attain only from very specific example. And this specific example you can find in your like in your personal life when you observe something and you say like, oh, just kind of this street corner have something like you never see it anywhere else. It's right here in front of you. So and you try to use this a very interesting nuance. And uh, I have many photographs like this, right? So after like many years of drawing outdoors, like all the time, I draw like hundreds pictures outdoor, maybe like 1,000 already. And then I like realize, okay, like half of places I can draw from photographs now. For me, it's like I already see how can I draw it, so it's not necessary to stay there. So I can make photograph. Usually do like 10 photographs of one place, and after I can see it, and it will be like kind of fun to draw it, to draw all this geometry, like calculate composition. So it's not always reasonable to draw outdoors. You can just see kind of like when it's better outdoors, when it's better from photograph. No problem at all. Before I was kind of afraid using photographs. I was afraid I will kind of like it will kind of kill my creative muscles. I will lose it. So again, so here's James Gurney. You see, he even had costumes for his models. So right now you can make also your own photographs. Also, it's animators right now everywhere. They're talking about this, how you can make a video for as a, like video reference for your animation, and it's not just a recommendation. It's kind of standard practice. Here paint some model, so you see a lady in the actual costume. Yeah, King Boy. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I will make videos then, like how to make like my recommendations for total beginner. Yeah, okay, we'll do video about this. So then here you see like because here James Gurney make a lot illustrations with dinosaurs, so he sculpt dinosaurs, and it's insane. Look, even to such level, when I don't know, he made this sculpture or he bought it and like fine tune it in any way. He have like actual model of this dinosaur, and then this kind of how final illustration works. Right now I think, yeah, maybe it will be like faster use 3D, but whatever, it's actually must be much funner to use like sculptures, these models. If you have space, like me, I don't have much space at home to put all the sculptures. Yeah, and this one, look. So he make this sculpture. Okay, just start realizing that maybe I'm showing too much. So let's show little, just this one. And he even make model of environment. So this like environment for this thing. See, and he have some more pages kind of showing this stuff. So imaginative realism, recommend to look, very nice book. So you see, and today what I showing, I will show you like one of this process, how I sometimes use reference. So this is cyberpunk 2077. I downloaded mode to, so this character, he can have like Harley Davidson V engine. And so I was like driving around and make photographs with very extreme perspective, because I like to just to see what kind of design, what kind of crazy composition I can discover, like just moving like fisheye camera around character motorcycle, like a jump in, like stop, froze frame, and then move camera around, make photographs. Or like this one you see. I will also do something like this in the Blender, but I like in this cyberpunk game, it's already have environment, so it's just give some cyberpunk entourage. So, так. So these pictures will be like um, for bakers, for donators on no, how it's called, for people who will buy book about motorcycles on Indiegogo. Let me, I will give you link in the chat. A second. So I will make like everybody who certain tier will give money for a book. They will have original drawings. Так. So here now is a pre-launch, so you can join pre-launch. It's just like will be notification for you for free. Так. So here right now, let's see. So, and you see, it's not like this creative process, like when I draw comic book, for example, right? I like to have these two different modes. One mode when I draw completely without reference. It's yeah, it's nice. It's best mode, best process you can ever have. You just sit and you're in a zone and like you see image or some kind of like even not image, you see situation in your mind, right? Like a dreaming, daydreaming, and you're trying to project it and make it like in actual form. This is best. But this is like about like 50% maybe of your actual process from if talk about all. So from time to time you need to look for some material. So it's gonna be like some, even if you make them yourself, right? Like you have characters, for example, you prepare character sheet, so you know how character will look, how character look from different angles and what kind of clothes he have, and even like some specific gestures and emotions. It's still a reference. But sometimes when you have like commission, some kind of project, you usually you more rely on a photo reference. Так, so let's see where is horizon line. Так, okay. So we have here horizon line following windows. Так, okay, horizon line about dun, 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 about here. So now I look where's the Z vanishing point for like parallel to ground, and also I look if is camera tilted here. Yeah, it's kind of little tilted, so horizon line should be little tilted. Mhm. No, no, it's not tilted. It's just perspective. So horizon line will be okay. About here. So y-axis convergence this way. Horizon line here is this Z vanishing point. And so we have road See, it's kind of like another typical thing. It's why you need to learn how to draw stairs and incline roads, and you better draw them like at least couple dozens time, just to get comfortable with this, because this stuff will be repeat every time. It will be repeat a lot. Так, where is this chat? Here. So here we have this like incline, like downhill, uphill. So what does it mean? Because this road he riding right now is going downhill, and its vanishing point will be about here. So we have this z slash kind of downhill vanishing point below horizon line here. So that's so annoying. Так, then about here, here, it will go uphill. So we'll have like z to slash above horizon line. Then again downhill. Then about here, it's like now I draw looking through, right? So road go here, go up, go down, and again go up. Так. So here, go up. So it's about going here, and then I start to turn. So now it's turn, go behind building about here. Okay. So this kind of what happened. So you see, it's like geometry kind of. You need to build this structure, which is easy if you draw it couple times before, because it's always same thing. It's just when you have actual situation like this one, it's always more confusing because you see so many elements, you see so many details. So here I look now, right? I have structure, but I think like I will make it more narrow. So let's make it like this. Okay. Yeah, I like it to be a little more narrow here. Where's the razor? Not so narrow. It should be like this. Here. This need to change. Have a bump on the table. That's funny. So then here's a fence. So fence following same vanishing points, right? So going downhill or going uphill. So like I said before, perspective grids is not just some kind of simple rule like everybody looking for types of perspective, like what kind of perspective is this, like 1 point or 2 point perspective. It's a too simple. It's not important. You need to look for grids, right? And these perspective grids, they're everywhere where you need them. So here, like I have this z/z vanishing point. So let's make it like a grid. So I just make some more lines going to this downhill z slash. So I can use these lines to draw fence. Okay. So let's say like this. So then here I will a little around this road. So let's try maybe, yeah, maybe make. So here we have this form of a fence. It's like a um, cross cut, right? Like a cross cut of a fence. So now I draw this to downhill. Yeah, it's kind of bump on the tables, sabotaging my process. Так. So you can also like, yeah, it's also convenient if you look like this, find some straight line from ground to this top point, because this straight line can be useful for us here. Let's do like this. So this go here, and this. So basically, yeah, we have kind of nice curve here. Turquoise. So here let's go up. Then again go down. So it's kind of important. It's this interesting nuances, these tiny nuances. Because when you only have raw structure, when you have only like raw idea, it's not impressive. It should be always supported with refined elements. So structure works like scaffolding for these elements, for these details. If you will only draw details without scaffolding, it will look weak and like lack of impact. It's like we will see so-called like what artist try to say, like, okay, yeah, I kind of get it. He likes this building, so he want to show us this building is very cool. You will see kind of his intention, but he will not feel it. So to make it like feel like emotionally, subconsciously, it should have structure. That's why, like, if you try to draw some complex architecture and you not build it, it's always look lousy. Hello, Aijan. So that's why, like, I have this curve. I can just sketch it, I can sketch it. I can make it like very nice sketch. But whole point is to make sure all these nice curves, they're integrated into same structure. They're following this perspective, like virtual properties, right? Because like perspective grids, these vanishing points, axes, it's like your virtual space. When you make them, when you establish them, it's like you establish your virtual space, you establish rules of this world. So when you start to kind of grow it, so you have this like bones, then you put meat on these bones, then you put like um, fat and skin and stuff like that, right? So then it feels real. Then it starts to feels like it's um, something like with the essence. It's like, wow, you can really feel it solid. It have a weight. It have smell. It have actual form, right? It feels like it's actually have form. It's not illusion kind of, right? It feels like it's actually exist. This idea of perspective grids. So you kind of build this virtual three-dimensional, like volumetric, like actual virtual reality, right? I even just now. So it's important to understand, because if you trying to like skip it for some like to save your time, you should know what you sacrifice, right? Like, yeah, you will save couple minutes by avoiding construction, but your work will lost its essence. It will lost this. Так, to lost. Так, let's make it too high. It's kind of difficult to control, but that's life. Need to practice. Так. Yeah, and all this, like, people who practice, who study such stuff, they totally aware. They know that this thing is not just style or some kind of option. It's not an option. It's about quality. It's about your, like, value in your work. So it's just objectively, like, absence of structure make your work less value. It's just a fact. So, and if you, like, ask yourself, which, like, every artist, right? Every artist should ask himself, like, how to make better work, or how to make, like, any level decent work. Answer will always, actual answer will always be is like, you should have, like, proper structure, proper construction. Так, so, and now we have, like, a middle of a road, let's say here, right? So this middle of a road go to this slash. Goes the slash here. So let's go middle road. Go Z to slash. Then it's kind of softens here. Okay, here's weird. Okay, auto access. Also, like, one of previous stream, I forget somebody, right? He say he have problem drawing proportions kind of correct, right? So it's like hands too long or head too big or stuff like that. Yeah, it's not a problem. It's just this what you improve from practice. Just you will be more accurate from experience. From after make more drawing, it's like have better aim, right? And but it's always process will be about making first lines and then make adjustments, because like you even in the process of drawing you have like first idea, and then after a couple minutes you have better idea. So like here you see I was keep like adjusting what happened with this road, and then only now when after I have all these details I see like, yeah, I like this line go here, and then I like this line be like this. So it's make interesting design. So mm, don't don't be rigid. Adjusting is important part of drawing drawing process. It is a process. Yeah, you will. It's better to be precise and like clean from first attempt, but it's not your goal. It just make work faster and kind of like and make it big value kind of just speed of your work and precision. I see it's a wrong idea because it's just side effect. So we can notice like, oh, this artist he's great because he can draw like, but it's also kind of trick there because sometimes it's just because you draw it many times, so it's easy for you. So if it's so important for you to make clean lines all the time, you will just keep drawing same stuff. You don't go to risky territory. You only draw what is easy for you, and kind of this too boring and cheap. So here's like I never draw like this kind of road, so it's a little complicated. So that's why it's look so messy. Так, so yeah. So now also like so come back. Here is my vanishing point and horizon line. So what I also need, I need to have x-axis in my grid, right? So it's already been little here, this x. So x-axis here will be convergent. So if horizon line go like this, x-axis will have angle. So kind of about this. So you see I can draw like some axis with a delay. So this again came from your practice when you drew before a lot of perspective grids. And you make these lines when you need them. You don't need to be like this rigid and not confident student. You will be more flexible. Так. So what's here? So road, like looking for composition, this road is one of element, one kind of character here. Then gap this gap between like left and right side of a street. It's a second important character, right? Так. So now, так, no, we can make some grid for z vanishing point. Again, this bump so annoying. So how this gap built, right? So I looking for a gap. I looking for this negative space, negative shape between buildings. But I need to make it negative shape by arranging buildings around this shape. And all this time, I looking at reference as a example of good idea, not as absolute, which I need to copy 100%. And this is kind of interesting, important information for beginners, kind of, right? So when you copy, when you study, like you copy other artists, but smart, you break it down, you analyze it, you look for his perspective, you look for how he drew like different features, like using line art, right? Like drawing hands, facial features, like how he drew like patterns, textures, how he compose his his works. And every time when you do it, you always make it different. And kind of by mistake, by lack of experience, by like your eye not so trained, so you always make it worse than artists, kind of, right? And this should be not. It's not a big deal. It's not a problem actually, because every artist, when they draw, they always draw less they want it to be. It's always worse than they plan it to be. And big part of artist style is just because for him it's mistake. For him it's kind of based on his maybe like a laziness or just preferences. It's like here, right? I just don't like use ruler. I know if I use ruler here, it just will be better, kind of. It will be sharper and stuff, but I just don't want. I don't like it. So, uh, and then it actually make it be like in my style because it have structure, but it's also very loose. So, and then when you copy, when you not copy like a study, when you study references, when you study other artists, you make it wrong, you make it different, and this is how you also find your own approach. So you kind of you can like reflect how you make mistakes and why you make them, and this will be also answer for you. What is your style? Like what is your preferences? Yeah, so I write link in the chat. Everybody go to subscribe to pre-launch of book about motorcycles, because there will be a campaign and I will give my original illustrations for bakers, for buyers. Так. Так, let's go. Yeah, also, like, if you share, it will be cool. Because, like, yeah, I want to, first time, I want to print book myself, so I will find print print house, like, want print like about 1000 books, so it's kind of like about 5,000 US dollar. So we'll need to find money for this. Because sell books actually very difficult. So if I can from beginning, if I can cover all cost of printing, it will be perfect. So ideally, I hope this like crowdfunding can pay for printing, like first tirage. Okay, so here we have this side. Yeah, I just love on this cyberpunk game how many layers they make an environment. It's so crazy. This is actually how Hong Kong feels. I just little exaggerated it, but actually just little. Yeah, interesting. Like, is here anybody from Hong Kong or somebody who been in Hong Kong? Write me in the comments. Так, okay, anyway, so here will be this building. Now finally can put motorcycle. Так, so again, you see like composition, right? It's always, it's like music parts. You have your symphony and then you have like different parts, like they can repeat or whatever, but this kind of what you arranging in each part, it have its elements. So in our composition here, like what I see and what I think about when I draw. I see this like very cool road with uphill, downhill, and this like fence make curves. Then I see this negative, let's make it darker, negative gap, kind of negative space, gap between buildings. It's kind of, they play together, you see, like kind of like a, I don't know, like a drums and guitar, right? They support each other. And then we have motorcycle. Так, here. So it's like three main elements. Так, we can break it here.
Who are you?
My name is Bond.
Jim Bond.
So motorcycle, like first we need to put wheels. It's just kind of convenient do it this way. So have like rear wheel, front wheel. So front wheel, you know, like a drawing ellipses, right? So an ellipse you have this x-axis on which we have this two like equal parts of an ellipse. Also, if you think about like a box, right? So it will go to z vanishing point. We will have z. So we will have like this, like a box structure to wheel. So it's two elements which they look kind of opposite to each other. Because ellipse itself is two-dimensional thing, but it coexist with 3D, right? So in this 3D, it's when we have this X kind of like in a box and Z. So this X here, it's like called minor axis, or you can treat it like a axle, right? So it's like if like in a bicycle or like front wheel in motorcycle, there is axle on which attach front wheel, kind of like this, right? So this is our X. So here we have suspension or shock absorbers kind of attach to axle. So to be able to draw wheel as 3D object, you actually need to spend some time practice drawing this combination kind of. And I have tutorial, you better just go and watch this tutorial about how to draw ellipses and how to draw wheels. Just kind of type in a search if it's too much to browse. So it will be like this X, it will be like a minor axis for a front wheel, and it's also like minor axis for a rear wheel. You see, X. So I will not like talk much about drawing wheels anymore. I just like, what is important to notice, it's this minor axis. And if you want to see more information about wheels, it's really kind of like geeky thing. Because it's just a wheel, kind of, but it's really difficult. I mean, you really need to spend a couple days to practice drawing wheels. Otherwise, you will never kind of, you will always struggle and suffer from them. Так, so we have two wheels, and then let's put like body, right? So body will be like kind of simplified frame here. So we have this. Let's go here. Так, let's. So it's like rear fork. Go here. Let's maybe a little make it lighter, so you can see. So here, rear fork. So then is like shock absorbers. Then here will be like this frame. It's kind of hard to see here if you don't draw frames before, because behind all this like engine and legs, but frame here is kind of this. Okay, so then front wheel, we have brakes, like axles, and then again axle and front fork. Front fork attached to triple tree. Then here's like front lights, turn lights. Then let's put engine, so it's like engine block and transmission. Here foot rest, like here he put his foot. It's also usually in the front here, so it can be a couple of them. So we have engine block. Because this is a mod, also kind of interesting nuance. Yeah, so because it's a mode, so he sit on this Harley Davidson, like he sit like on a sport bike, when actually he will be like this, like with his feet in the front here. Так, here outside. Block. Yes, then there's two filters. So then it's like exhaust pipe. Go like to right side. Like wheel bigger here. Rear sprocket. So it's like chain from transmission, go chain to rear sprocket. So, servers. Fuel tank. So about here, it's like because overlap, we cannot see there's like a small seat, like a saddle. So what I do, it's kind of very convenient, you know. So like when you have like a saddle, then you have like handlebar, and you have foot rest, right, for a feet. So legs, let's say here, arms here, and for a saddle you put his body, like, you know, this rib cage with the pelvis, like a box, right? So now when we know where will be arms, we know where will be feet. So now we kind of just connect them to body. You see, so there can be like many ways how you connect it, but it's make it really much easier, and so kind of how you can build them in a space. So you have his like, there you go. Ink. Hello, Adam. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, watch my tutorials. I have tutorials about drawing motorcycle for free on this YouTube. Subscribe and share and stuff like this. Okay, just let's happen. Ink. Go out. Forget to test. So yeah, so let's see. You see what I'm talking here, right? So it's very easy to draw in this sequence from any angle. because this kind of angles, they're very challenging and it can be like super confusing. But if you have these like anchor points, it's really easy and convenient. So here feet, here we have arms on a handlebar. So I want to make sure we can see his face, right? So it's here his head. So okay, so now I need to kind of like put his body, torso on a saddle. So also kind of one aspect here, it's like we can be so much frightened by complexity and like we're trying to make it correct so much, when you should never forget that make it correct is not only goal, it's only means, right? It should look correct enough. This is what we need it for, just to make it convincing. But other very important thing is to make it in the way you want it to be. And for making it in the way you need it to be, or you want it to be, you can make purposefully mistakes. So that's why it's important not be like too much like perfectionistic, because it's like it's a serious limitation. Так. So because like I say, you see here, yeah, I need to see his face, and I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but if it looks okay, then perfect is all we need. It's like if it's look actually realistic enough, properly kind of properly placed, proportions look proper, then that's it. This is what we need. I have no idea like how in reality it should be, and you see it's like it's already so much different from reference, right? So it just look like reference, like motorcycle angle, it's not exactly
Who are you?
same angle.
My name is Bond.
Jim Bond.
Again, just Jim Bond arrive. So like motorcycle angle not exactly same, pose of guy not exactly same, everything little different, because I build it inside my picture, because I start from structure and now I build upon the structure, so everything became different from reference. This is important. So and everybody has this thing about using reference or whatever you, I mean like real life or imagination, whatever, you will need to figure out uh, proportions. Reference can help you, but it will not save you from making wrong proportions. You still can make you can fail, right? So this kind of interesting moment here. That's why I will kind of, yeah, have reference, but I still thinking about like how to make proportions properly and stuff like that. Так. Okay. So it's double check every moment here. So how to fork go here, triple tree. Let's make not so front light, turn light. Brakes. Okay, so on this stage, I already can go with ink. So, and then like when all this rest nuances, like this building here, I will draw them little later, it's no big deal. Так, let's make it lighter. Так. Yeah, it's just notice. Yeah, maybe I'll make like front a little more stretch. I think this looks better. Just a little more. Stretch this front wheel. Yeah, this look like more dynamic. Mhm. Так. Let's make it Akira style, like this. So, cyberpunk, after all. Just like this. Some cables. Okay. Making first lines always so scary. Is this ink? So I will do stream when I will color this motorcycle pictures. I will use watercoloring. So there is a link in the chat, a remind. So please go and subscribe to waiting list for book about how to draw motorcycles. This will be crowdfunding. Hello, Falcon. Thank you. Так. So here's chain. Yeah, there should be like a kind of shield. Okay, let's put it here. Anyways, this will be in a shadow. So yeah. Yeah, your English seems about my level anyway. Like I always feel like my English is good enough unless I try to explain something on a stream and then like, oh, I forget every word. At least I practice use less filler words. Be more clear. Yeah. And I'm very kind of surprised and grateful for people like native English speaker who write me telling like they're watching my tutorials and they're learning from them. I'm really surprised because I always like worry my English too bad. So here's like boot. So then I think make his knee like here. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Dennis. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, Argo with native speaker, it's yeah, very difficult. They will catch you very fast. So it's just like say, do you even understand what I'm talking with you? Like, what kind of opinion you can have if you even um, not able to follow serious serious speech, right? Like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, welcome to my channel. Best perspective tutorials. Like, let's be like humble opinion in the universe. Yeah, best in the universe. Yeah. Yeah, so now I also, yeah, I need to work more on my vocabulary and learn some more idioms. Like, that's why also making streams, it's also good practice. It's like draw on a streams, it's somehow is like a public, it's like draw on the public. Very similar to drawing on some masterclass or workshop when some people like standing around you, look how you draw, like you like follow your every line you do. It's super nervous. But after drawing on the streams, it's much, I feel like much more comfortable now drawing on the public. It's not so much stress now. And same with talking. Like a drawing and speaking is absolutely uncomfortable. It's not like it's easy for me. I uh, I practice and now it's much better. Now it's like one part of my brain drawing, other part of my brain talking. And sometimes I'm not even like entirely aware about what I'm talking about. It's just it's like blah, 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 blah. I think like actually every streamers who like talking for 6 hours, I think they all kind of this. Like eventually after you doing like a couple hundred streams, it's just like your brain like automatically start to speech. And after you just look at this like so like, hey, why I say this? Like where it came from. So you also kind of learning about yourself. No, it's not dump. It's just like you see now it's your problem, right? Like you feel uncomfortable drawing with people around. Okay, so this is your uh problem which you aware of. Now you say like, okay, now you have need to make decision. What is decisions, right? Decisions is like when you make a choice between this path or this path. So you say like you can choose never draw because it's always people watching you, right? Or you can choose to be humiliated but drawing, because like you will be humiliated in your imagination. So even if nobody will like bullying you and like like bullying you is kind of joking about you, in your mind you will be humiliated, this kind of thing. So you need to make decision like, is this to be artist or to draw, is this important for you enough so you're ready to be humiliated, you're ready to feel like a fool, like feel like, look, I'm look like total idiot, like if you're ready for that, okay, then I mean if you are ready for this kind of sacrifice your ego, sacrifice your like self-esteem kind of, right? um then you will do it. If you're not ready for this sacrifice, okay, then drawing is not so important for you. This kind of, this is how it works every time, right? Every problem have solution, and ultimately it's just about your personal decision. It's you who make decisions, and when you avoid problem, it's also decision, because it's also kind of, it just speak for itself. It's already mean is not so important. That's it. So, like everybody want to be rock star, everyone want to be like pop star or whatever, like movie actor, like celebrity or something. But somebody, they really do something for that. And do something is not mean like you do because it's easy. No, it's mean you do this no matter what. And this no matter what can be a lot. Can be a lot. Some people being actually beaten physically for doing what they choose to do. And compare, like I say, like, yeah, I can be like, and I feel like a lot like uncomfortable and like humiliated when I do like live videos and something. But I kind of like say myself, like, wait a second, like, all these kind of feelings, all these feelings, like when you feel uncomfortable, so what? Being uncomfortable or feel uncomfortable, it's not the same as being like punched in the face, as like being beaten to condition when you need to recover in the hospital. All this is, it's a nothing. It's a nothing. It's so cheap and so small thing, so it's not even actual problem at all. It's like it's like a devil in your head who like want to make you believe, like this voice in your head want you to believe you're not strong or you're not capable. And so if you listen it, or if you kind of agree with it, it make you weaker, and it make like devil rule of you, kind of. This kind of, yeah, nice, Dennis. Yeah, I think sometimes this kind of streams is just like create this community, like feeling of artist community. Same for me, like I can just draw by myself, but I draw on the camera, so it's also can be some like interaction with people, which is interesting to see some feedback, see some reactions, hear some stories. Так. Yeah, it's about this, like I talking about sacrifice, right? It's just like how world works. Uh, you only get something if you make sacrifice. Like it's like your I don't know how to say. I don't know. It's just like how it works. That's it. That's it. Don't know how it's like, because even like in the Christian, right? Jesus sacrificed himself. You see, it's before Jesus, people sacrifice animals. All right. So Jesus sacrificed himself, so people don't need sacrifice animals anymore. So you don't need make like a blood sacrifices kind of. But you still need to make sacrifices. It's kind of just like mechanic of our world. Every time, everything like requires sacrifice. Like sacrifice your comfort, sacrifice your habits. Um, like so for example, it's funny story from my life kind of when I was travel artist. I've been like from 2011 to no, in this case I was in 2014. I was in Xi'an in China, so I was already like 3 year like travel and draw, basically like full-time homeless artist, like some kind of crazy Van Gogh artist who's like every day drawing, and like I have like money like enough to survive, pay tickets, and just live like kind of decent enough life so I don't look like homeless, right? So I can sleep somewhere, I can clean, I can eat, and I can draw. That's it. Nothing else. I don't go to cinema, I don't go to parties, I don't go to uh, datings or something. No, I just all freaking time I draw, I study, I draw. Study, draw, study, draw. Like I study English, study Chinese, study how to draw. I go to draw, I walk around, talk to people, all this kind of everything about drawing, everything about kind of like working for future kind of, right? So, and then it was like one guy, some director of some design agency in China, he like invited me to dinner. So like a dinner with his stuff, right? So it's like their company, like his designers, and some like expensive restaurants. So we sit there, eat, and like everybody look at me, because I'm kind of foreigner, and also because I'm like real artist, like I only draw, right? So it's like for them it's like, wow, he's like living life like a dream come true. You don't need to work for salary, you just travel and draw pictures. And this guy, like this director, this guy who have like luxury cars, like he have like luxury property, he's like travel like a tourist with his family, like living all this comfortable life. And he tell me like, oh, Gina, I'm jealous to you, because like I wish to be able to live like your lifestyle, like travel and draw. And it's just like really? Like, you have no idea what you're talking about, because anyone can do it like any moment. That's right now. Just stop doing what you do and just go and draw. There will be always enough people to help you survive. If you're not a schmuck and a kind of, how to say, bum kind of, right? Like I never like drunk, I never like behave kind of disgusting kind of, like I was, so people want to be my friends with me. And like couple times like I ask money for food, I borrow money, and then like when I sell artworks I pay them back, you know so it's very extreme life. It's not like you being just like given it. No, you sacrifice for it. It's a it's a struggle. It's a life, kind of adventurous life. What is adventure life? give up your compromises. Don't do any compromises. Only do what you believe is right, and your life will become adventure immediately. You will live adventure life, and God or God, like whatever you believe, will support you, and you will see like something happen, like miracles, and people will help you and everything. Is this how it works? But nobody does this because it's scary. you know People are like, oh no, no, I have this, what if I what if this happen, like, oh, I like tasty food, I don't want to struggle, kind of. That's it. You don't want, then don't complain and don't say you want different life, because you have no idea how this works. Same, like, yeah, animation, like, look, animators, how they draw. They're like, it's insane. It's insane. Like, you need to draw like Psycho. Kind of. It's just, it's like inhumane, like how much animators draw. So nothing is given. So, oh, I mean, yeah, okay, like, or more proper way will be actually say, we already been gifted. You already been given everything more than you deserve, kind of, And if you want something other, then you need to do something for that. Kind of, if you, again, it's just like kind of this mechanic. You can't move from one place to other place if there will be no force applied to this. So there you find documentaries about Miyazaki, about studio where Miyazaki work. I will find, I will make video about this. Very interesting. There's toy animation. I think it's called toy. I'm not sure. It was like cats. Um, it's like was first animation job work of Miyazaki. He was working there. So, and the guy who, like a founder of this animation studio, he were talking about Miyazaki, right? So yeah, he says like everybody draw like crazy, and he say even like usually in animation everybody draw like crazy a lot. He say Miyazaki draw like double and triple than everybody else. He say he just look like he is insane. People will think he lost his mind. He draws so much, it looks like he absolutely like not have some trouble with his head. And you say, and this is this how much you should draw. So if you're not crazy like that, then kind of, then it's not serious. So this kind of like uh, this is what is motivation kind of, not when we I hate this motivation, when people say it's like, oh, it's okay, don't be too hard on yourself, don't need to push yourself, it's not your fault. Yeah, of course. Nobody need to push, and nobody need anything. But it's not how you achieve something. It's not how you get anywhere. So it's just um, the voices of people from outside who have nothing to do with your goals. And if you kind of like artists, right? So you go and listen like artists, what they say. And this is what they do from Miyazaki circles, right? Not just some like psychologist or some random no name who have like strong opinion about something. Так. Thank you. Yeah, what is important also, like this is like my illustration to cyberpunk, and if I don't show you reference, right, I can say it's absolutely original, but it's a screenshot from a game which I make myself, and it's absolutely random, so it's not like um, it's not a scene kind of. I was like find this angle myself, and then when I draw I also make kind of a lot of changes, so it's already a lot of pretty much original. And as theme today of this stream is how to work with references. This is how it usually works, right? So if I don't show you reference, you will never know. I will just say it's illustration about cyberpunk game, and it will look totally authentic. And there is so many artists who is lying about references because they kind of want to look more I don't know, more powerful kind of, so they have so strong imagination, so they never use references and stuff. And it's kind of like, I don't care. They're not obliged to tell about how they work, right? But then, like, it's enough to know Norman Rockwell say what he say about references. That's enough. So I don't care anymore about anybody other. Um, artist pseudonym. Artist pseudonym. Yeah. Hello. When like Mobius, Andrew Loomis, and Norman Rockwell said about references. That's all we need to know. When somebody else will say is like, I never need references. I say, good for you. Maybe it's true. Maybe you're really so cool. No problem. But you definitely use them sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, buy my city sketching course. Yeah, also if you member of this channel, which is kind of very easy, very cheap, like $3 I think in a month, you can join my how's it called, Discord. You can join my Discord, and so you can show your homework, you can show your drawings. I will give you feedback. So feel free, like ask any questions, ask for feedback in Gumroad. So everybody, I recommend. So I make it Gumroad. I make it only for members. Also because I don't want Gumroad to be crowded. There is not much people, but it's just for people who really want to talk about something, and not for crazy noise. Так. Because I watch like other people discords, like not artists, but some communities. Kind of, they mostly Discord groups. They're just like I even don't understand what happens there. There's so many uh, off top and just random messages. People just writing whatever they have in their mind. Well, outside the orchestra. In Taiwan, funerals, they're also like some kind of like New Orleans style. People play music. Yeah, it looked like a parade. People play music, have drums, saxophones. Sometimes they even have like pole dancers. You can find on YouTube. It's like wild. So it's more like old school. Old school Taiwan men. Так. ，Yeah, cool. Yeah, see you later, Falcon. Five a.m. Oh, me at my time is 11 a.m. In Taiwan is 11 a.m. Where you live in? Artist Anonymous. Pseudonymous. So I was explaining all the stuff about references, knowing that you never will make kind of perfect copy of reference, and knowing that you actually don't need this also helps kind of, you know, to be like more free and enjoy process of working with reference. If I see some part in the composition in a reference which is not clear, or I'm not sure, I can skip it or I can change it. So I constantly kind of modifying everything I see. Yeah, cool. Mozambique. We'll look on the map later. Hello, Reckless. How I do big city structures? Or yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I have a lot of video kind of talking about this. Can say they all about this stuff. Cool. Yeah, I trying to make here like respect your time and give like a real helpful information. So there actually like a lot of video I already make on this channel, a lot of tutorials, like very heavy, informative, but also kind of like feature of having YouTube channel. You need to make more and more videos, right? So even when it feels like I already say everything, I need to keep making new video. So sometimes I have this kind of streams when it's more like a demo, right? So it's like I just show in process and make some comments. We can talk and stuff like that. So, but I plan some more tutorials. I have them in mind, like some heavy informative tutorials. They just require some time to properly prepare. Так, so here should change. Yeah, watch my videos about how to draw vehicles. Так. Very helpful, I believe. Так, so let's make this ribs. Так. See, maybe like that. So here let's kind of compose, arrange rhythms. Так. Yeah, remind again in the chat. Yeah, let me write again. So here, follow my pre-launch of crowdfunding about motorcycle book. So I hope, yeah, I plan like start crowdfunding like beginning of next year. So I wish like print book next year. Yeah, let's. If China will not invade Taiwan, so I will publish book next year. And yeah, I need to support to cover printing cost because it's really expensive to print 1000 books with a good quality. Yeah, like thing about drawing digitally is that from my experience, like how it seems for me, you cannot draw on them without digital assistance. So every artist, they have like, I don't know, at least like 30% of assistance. Because like these lines, I can draw on the paper, right? Or like on the walls, on the surfaces, like um, analog, kind of, not digital, right? Um, you can like very quickly, you can fine tune and you like warm up, so you can draw like very sharp, clean lines. but I don't know, somehow digitally it's always wobble, like you trying to make, because it's like too sensitive or something, it's like always some kind of like this kind of shit, you know. And like, or you make lines, this can be like some glitch, so it will like break your line because it's some kind of glitch in the program or like whatever. So you need digital assistants to smooth your lines. It's the one thing which is like I hate about drawing digitally, because it's kind of destroys this fun part of drawing, like necessary assistance, necessary kind of smoothing of your lines. Так. So yeah, I can draw like this on a iPad, but it became so dry, kind of, you know. It's just like I don't have fun at all. So right now I draw digitally. I draw for my book about motorcycle because it's more like technical drawings. You see, kind of like just show like motorcycle parts, this kind of stuff. So it's just faster drawing this things digitally, because I don't need to scan, right? So I have like very clean um very clean drawings. Так. So, and I see, you know, like everybody using assistants, and then you need to use certain filter to make your lines not so kind of artificial, like look, they're more like analog, more like a traditional stuff, like not perfect, little broken and stuff like that. So it's all so weird. So whole process is feels so much like imitation of drawing instead of actually drawing. Так, so. I mean, you imagine, right? Like how funny it is, like how absurd. Because like here, like right now, yeah, I make imitation of actual like space, imitation of like environment, some kind of reality, right? Yeah, basically kind of creating virtual reality. But when I draw digitally, I make an imitation of a drawing. Because like, I mean, digitally, like, I will do much better job if I make it 3D. Just make freaking 3D and use filters or something. That's it. And when you, instead of making 3D, you draw, it's became like imitation of drawing just because you want to make it look like a drawing. So at least this how it feels for me. I mean, it's just like absolutely like absurd, uh, surreal kind of funny thing. So it's maybe so here. Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, so I think it's always it should be kind of some reason why you go digital. So it's like like again, like I say here, a reason for me to draw digitally motorcycles is just because it's faster for my book. It's kind of make process faster. If like we see like animators, yeah, it's like I think it makes sense also draw digitally animation when it's kind of feels very similar to drawing traditionally, but you save so much paper, and again you save time on the scanning all this stuff. Because how I see animation drawings, they're like less detailed. They're more like um, I don't know, more gestural. Yeah. So I think it's also kind of can be okay to draw digitally. Так, see here. Так, so let's make так when this kind of weird. Yeah, I think everybody have a lot of books and available tutorials right now with internet, you know. So only problem everybody have is they just draw too little, like they practice not enough. So it's just like let's say like you buy, I mean everybody who buy Scott Robertson book How to Draw, mm, kind of not draw from this book, you know. Like me, I draw about half. So for all this like 10 years I have this book, I've been drawing only half of this book, but like many times. So I've been again and again drawing like from beginning to middle of the book, this kind of vehicle part. And still I know I I did much less than I should. I should draw more of this kind of exercise that Scott Robertson suggests. You know, like a drawing these vehicles in perspective. And then he has this part about drawing airplanes, boats. I even not begin it. I keep kind of plan to go to this part. So so honestly speaking, everybody have already all this information, and they just think like you will watch book, you will read, you will watch some tutorials, and this what will make you learn. And they like, okay, I read this book, what next? I need something more. No, you don't need more. It's just you need to study from this book, and it will really make you understand all of it. Так. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can say it's like not enough like serious tutorials or blah blah blah. If we're just talking about kind of like education market, right? But if talk about yourself, about everybody personal case, it's not a big deal. It's not big deal. You like me, okay? You see, kind of what I my point is. How you think I know this stuff? You think I find some tutorials? No, I was just like figuring it out. So everybody can figure it out. And the problem is like you don't understand how to figure it out is because you just in general know not enough. You just in general have too little practice. So your understanding of very basic things is very fragile. You don't actually understand perspective. It's just like you can pronounce it, you can say like these terms and words, but you not actually understand it. And you will only understand it if you will practice. And this like will be like Eureka, because this stuff it came from experience, your own experience, not Scott Robertson experience. You can't get his experience from watching it. So, and even if you find like super tutorial, if you will buy super book, this super information for your like basic level, like even like below basic kind of level, it will be useless. It will be not, I mean, it can make you happy, but it will not make you better artist. This is what my point. Yeah, it will be cool to watch like better tutorials, but will it actually help you? So, and by talking about like by good tutorials, saying what I say, this is what I mean by good tutorials. It's not enough tutorials when artists will say, you just freaking lazy. You just lazy ass. You keep looking for tutorials instead of just go and draw and like read you books you already have. It's just a fact. And people don't say this because they want you come back to this channel and watch videos like follow, subscribe, everything you need to know only on my channel and stuff like that. So like kind of competition. Так, let's try make this thing. Cool. Yeah, thank you for feedback. Nice. Yeah, I don't know why you might need Russian right now. Just only like to read Dostoevsky and Archipelage Gulag. Right now, like if you will know Russia language, it just make you more vulnerable for Russia propaganda. So it's kind of like I need better Chinese, but I still enjoy to like on my level right now. If I not focus on Chinese speech, I will not understand, right? So when all this advertising around me, I don't understand what they're talking about. So it's kind of very nice, very good feeling. So, and if you will like learn Russian language, oh, welcome to world of Russia propaganda. It will like screw your brain. People like losing their mind. Very danger place to be right now, especially right now. It's crazy. I mean, they doing good job to like pollute every other language because now have all this translation. But if you also speak Russian, it make it worse. Yeah. Bond. Gene Bond. Yeah, let's make this.
Madness. This is Jane Bond art.
The most based tutorials on YouTube. Так. So here. So that's why here this like you see this road going to Z slash like decline and these lines on this building they will go to horizon line to this Z vanishing point. Okay, here's my Y. Mm, yeah, this line good. So also see interesting, like here is this element of making composition. It's work with abstract 2D shapes. These 2D shapes, it's like negative spaces or like positive spaces, but also each line. So like we have line which make negative space. It's also like an element of abstract composition. And this line I show you, it's kind of canon, it's a convention for cyberpunk. Like, I mean, somehow, I don't know how to explain, but it's definitely uh, goes from Akira. Maybe it's been before Akira, but definitely after Akira. So now you can imagine this line, right? This line can be like that or like this. It's like a Lego block. Like we have this Lego block. So, and now from this Lego block, you build 2D composition. And it's like only one Lego block. There can be like, there is also others, like we have like one piece, or there is like, don't know, maybe it can be like this Lego block. So you have different like elements of composition or abstract composition, which you kind of combine to create shape. So it's like if you have this line and you have this line, for example, right? So now we can kind of build some shapes using these lines. So that's why like here I have like straight line, but then I think like, yeah, it will be more cyberpunk if I make it like bold shape, right? It just became more aggressive, more dynamic. And why it's this way, I will make it later. So I will make it like some kind of slope of a building, you see. So for example, it can be like a slope like this, but so you can start from building form, or you can start from a line and then put form of a building. Both directions is okay. Just depend situation, depend on situation, right? It's like, yeah, it's like, again, that's why I say like drawing is so much same like with everything else. So imagine like these grapplers, for example, they're training, making all these moves, submissions, and then you have, it's your toolbox, different type of moves, different types of drops, submissions. And then when you in the actual fight, it's like you're playing this chess, right? You see like, okay, this situation, I can make this move, or I can use this submission here. Same here, like when you have all these different ways, different techniques, different like knowledge of different principles, then you kind of just play around with them like a DJ with a tool set, with this presets. Yeah, it's some kind of your presets. Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you, artist. Yeah, it's kind of scary to tell people like stop watching tutorials, But somehow it's also, I think, yeah, it's just about priorities. In one hand, like uh, it's kind of what make good content from my perspective, right? It's like just being sincere, kind of, right? Like absolutely sincere. So I just ask myself, like, do I think is it true? So if I think it's true, then I need to say it. And I hope like a brand or marketing, I hope it's my work, like when people say like, okay, I trust what he say, so I will watch more his video, something like this. I it's no guarantee. Like I don't have like some marketing plan. I only think like, yeah, maybe it will work this way. Kind of, we'll see. But if making video, I prefer it be like that, when I just sit and talk what I think instead of kind of build speech for better sales. Yeah, привет. Привет. Wise man. Oh, yeah. How long take to develop urban sketching? Yeah, so like I was pretty long time I was drawing with very basic perspective, like very basic, like 1 to 3 point perspective, and I was only um, like my main focus was on finding like interesting scenes, right? Some kind of like very busy, noisy, like messy places, so, or like interesting angles, something like this. So, um, and my composition improved during this period. So since like 2010 to 2017, maybe 18. Yeah, let's say about 8 years, I've been just drawing very basic stuff, but I was always kind of think about how to make it interesting. So this like really teach me a lot about composition, and I have a lot of my own ideas about composition, like of when you draw urban sketching. So from just sketch outdoors, my urban sketches became like full scale illustrations. So like I I'm not just drawing urban sketch. I actually like make landscape illustration. Yeah, so but then like about like 2018, I start thinking like, yeah, I feel like my perspective too basic. I want to make my perspective like more advanced, more interesting. So then I start to look for, yeah, like these books, Don't Go Kim. I look like Kim Jong-gi, how he draw fish eye perspective, this kind of stuff, right? Um, and I start to make this YouTube videos. Like I have previous channel where I was already make like YouTube videos about perspective. So I was like experimenting and make videos about how to draw perspective. So from 2000, about I think 2018, till today I've been working a lot on perspective to make my urban sketches more three-dimensional and more complex in as like from perspective point of view, right? So now I use um, now when I draw urban sketches I always draw perspective grid, because without perspective grid it will be too boring right now for me. Without perspective grid it's like no interest in to draw, you know. Uh, так, так. Та-дам-дам-дам. Yeah, so maybe some kind of technique for YouTubers now to talk people unsubscribe, because for a long time everybody says subscribe, subscribe, and now it's more cool to say don't subscribe, go out, don't subscribe this channel. You think I'm care? I don't care. Так. But yeah, frankly, subscribe and share my videos. Yeah, I need more engagement on this channel. And write your comments, your feedback. Just write whatever, Just write whatever. Don't need to be smart. Just write like, hello, how are you? Like, tell me, like, is it rainy in your place or not? Like, what time is it? Whatever. Like, for me, it's nice to see real people comment. So it feels like you're there. And for my channel, it's important. So algorithms will promote these videos. So more engagement is very good, and you can support this channel with the money if you kind of become member, which is very cheap, or like send super thanks or you can just like write comments, share and stuff like that. It's also support, and I very appreciate this stuff. Hello, Sergio. Like in my life, I've been drawing a lot. Like all my life. Like my parents tell me I've been drawing. I don't remember this time, like when I was like 3 year old, something like this. I remember I've been drawing like kindergarten, but there been always somebody draw better than me, and I became artist. They drop. So in kindergarten they will drawing better than me, but they give up, or no, not give up. They just don't interest, and it's not important for them. So it's like talking about talent. Everybody talented. It's just somebody decide to work on it, like be disciplined and organized and do the job. Treat it like a craft, right? So you need to work a lot. You need to do it a lot. Like when I was go to boxing, our coach say, like a best champion, like most of a champion in a boxing is not most talented people. It's like average people. Cause like problem, like all the time they see talented guy, um talented people, they have, it's too easy kind of for them, right? So they might be spoiled, so they not don't have enough motivation to work harder. When like in a gym there is a talented guy who have like super results from beginning, he don't feel like he need to struggle, he like to showing off. So it's kind of like discourage him from pushing himself. And then opposite happen for not talented guys who watching him, who compete with each other, and they constantly pushing themselves. They just put more time, more effort, and more mind in their training, and they go much farther than talented guy. So eventually they became better than him, right? So yeah, and of course, like when we see legends, yeah, maybe like legends, like legendary guys, it's like when talent meet discipline. Yeah, then we see like legends, can call them genius. Yeah, but I'm more interested in why you asking. Can you tell me why you asking, like how long I've been drawing? Like you worry you have not enough time to get to this kind of level, let's say. Or you want to know like how much will time it will take for you. I think you can get to my level. I mean, like talking about drawing this, for example, this picture, right? In couple years, like, I don't know, 2 years, maybe 3 years. Maybe I'm simplified, maybe 5 years. It all depends on how much you're really ready to do it every day. And it's also kind of, yeah, it should be healthy, because if you like, some people, they can push themselves very good, but then they collapse. So everybody need to feel themselves how much they can do without collapsing, kind of, it's your own responsibility. You know yourself better. So because it's like, yeah, in the gym, right, you can like overtrain. If you like work too much, it's just, yeah, you just can lost it. Yeah, that's it. So it's just like you don't spend much time, so don't expect anything. That's it. It's just kind of harsh reality, like, if you are not if it's not important enough for you to put like a significant amount of time of your life in this work, then is not what you need. Because I, for example, I have so many like students in the real life who's like, oh, they look like my drawings. They're like, oh, I want to draw like this too. I say, okay, I can teach you. You can learn draw like me, and you will draw better than me, because I didn't have teacher like me who helped me improve, right? So you can improve much faster than me if you listen my recommendations. And so, yeah, so cool, so cool. And then I see, mm, they never have this motivation. So it's like motivation is just, they treat it like some kind of computer game or a toy. So like, oh yeah, I want to draw like this because it's fun. It's fun, Like, yeah, you see it and you draw cool pictures. It's so fun. Oh yeah, it's like, it's yeah, it's fun. Like maybe like be pilot of helicopter, or it's fun to be able run 10 kilometers without losing your breath, and like without your heart stop, yeah, it's fun. I agree. I also, I think it will be very fun if I can run 10 kilometers without, like, in a pretty like fast pace and without losing my breath. It's absolutely fun. But to get there is not fun. It's not so much fun, let's say, to get there. It's mix. It's fun and pain. And it's a lot of pain. It's like a lot of struggle. And when they face it, it's like, it's not so easy as it looks, you know. Yeah, I know. I didn't expect to hear this from adults, from grown up. It's like, it should be obvious, right? Right? Like you see somebody good at something. It's not because it's easy for them. It's because they do a lot of work. So, let's do this one here. And they do all this work because it's important for them. If it's not important, you will never do this. for sure. So it's kind of, yeah, it's normal. So just, but kind of, yeah, important to be aware of it. Like you can dream about it all your time, but it's kind of just waste of your feelings, kind of you pointless frustration, because 100% you will never be able to draw like Kim Jong-gi if you're not ready to put this amount of work like Kim Jong-gi do, like to be so disciplined like Kim Jong-gi, and um, not just discipline, but put your life on it. If you're not ready, put your life on it. You will never be Kim Jong-gi, just like that. You can draw some funny pictures. You can learn how to draw like one type of stuff, and you can draw it again every time. But to be like really professional artist is impossible. It's like it's absolute. It's a low, like a gravity, law of gravity. Like if you boil water, you put hand in a boil water, you will cook your hand, right? Same here. It's like if you're not, if it's not important for you, so like, okay, like me, if I will not draw 1 week, it will be like hell. So it's for me, it's like I cannot live without drawing. And it's like it's not like I need to look for motivation for draw. It's like everything losing sense. Like I lost meaning of life if I not draw. Like what am I living for? So like if I not draw, I don't know what to do. Like why I need to eat, why I need to sleep, where I'm going to. But I need motivation to work more hard. I need kind of discipline to not just draw a couple pictures every day, but um, methodically study. For methodical work, I need kind of force myself. I need to force myself. It's like force yourself for running, for doing exercises, because in the moment, in the process, it can be very uncomfortable. It can be very like painful, and discouraging. Like it's not feels like all time like you're blessed, like whoa, I'm so happy. Oh no, it can feel like absolutely discouraging. It's like everything scream at you, say you're not artist. Why you drawing? You're no real artist. You're stupid. Look, you cannot draw straight line. You draw like 20 years, you're still so bad. It's like it can be like that. So in a moment, it can feel like absolutely unbearable. But to uh, be methodical, you learn to work no matter what. No matter what happen in your head, some like you sad or you're like not in the mood, or whatever you need to do. You have a schedule, you have a plan, and you need to work on it. So it's not about looking for motivation to draw instead of watching movie. It's like, oh, I don't know, today I don't have mood to draw. No, it's like sometimes you can be say like, yeah, I've been like drawing so long, so much time, like all year I've been drawing every day. So maybe a couple days I can stop, just because your brain needs sometimes like this, like shut kind of, let's say, disconnect kind of, right? But no, every day should be like a daily routine, like you're like eating, breathing. Yeah, it's like you need to breathe, you need to draw. Так. But yeah, somebody maybe just want draw for hobby, just not like profession, not anything. Just again need to be aware. I mean, it's not Kim Jong-il level. Kim Jong-il is not a joke. It's not a hobby. Unless you're super talented. But if you're so talented, so you can draw on Kim Jong-il level as hobby, then I don't know. You're like Ubermensch. Some kind of Ubermensch, yeah. Like you just like Dolph Lundgren of art world. You were born like superhuman, and it's nice, good for you. Uh, I think that drawing real is definitely better for improvement. Like drawing on a paper will make you improve faster than drawing digitally. Like I'm sure 100%. It's like easier to go digital after traditional than going traditional after digital. I think so, but I'm not sure. Not expert here, just opinion. Так. I mean, you can imagine yourself like drawing traditionally. It's drawing without Control Z. So you learn to be brave, kind of, and disciplined. So brave to make marks knowing you cannot fix them later. Discipline, it's this kind of um, force you to plan your process better, because you cannot erase, so you need to know before you make marks, you need to be confident enough to it's in the right place, right? And also to be disciplined to draw entire picture from scratch. So in case if because it's traditional, right? You don't have like layers, you don't have like copies. So if you make mistake or you don't like where it goes or where it ends, so you need to be disciplined, able to draw it again. That's it. I did it many times like this, and it's okay. It's fun. It's no big deal. For beginners. It's a huge um, drawback. For beginners, it's a huge deal. They're like, oh no, oh, I want everything to be perfect from beginning. But everybody who work traditionally, they redraw. So it's a kind of like you expect you might need to draw it again. So, and this make you kind of like samurai, super ninja, or I don't know, like Sparta warrior. You get this warrior spirit, which make you easier to work with digital, I think, later. Okay, Urana. I will Google. Okay. I don't know this. We'll check. Okay, Urana. Так. Dun, 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 dun. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-dum. Do-dum. Dun, 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 dun. Так. Let's see, or maybe it's here. I kind of like, I'm not fan of anime, so I don't know a lot of contemporary artists. From anime, I know only, like Katsuhiro Otomo, Miyazaki, and Mamoru Oshii. Mamoru Oshii, I think. That's who Ghost in the Shell animation. All others, I just can't watch. Even like this giants kind of stuff. It's kind of crazy. Ah, yeah, also been watching Evangelion, but it's not Kei Orana. Ah, it's she. Oh, okay, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of think about today people like information bubbles. It's like everybody think everybody know what you know. So yeah, maybe I seen her works, but I don't know her name. So we'll check it out. Так. So. See what to do here. Maybe access. Так. Так. Yeah, maybe now it's really about action, because now it's like so much consumerism, so much. It's not only action, but I would say like being um outer, like somebody who have, yeah, maybe it's called like narrative maker, something like this. So being not just follower, but also be someone who creates, being outer. Yeah, watch my tutorials about motorcycles and how to draw vehicles. I already have some tutorials. There will be more tutorials, but what is more important, follow my crowdfunding pre-launch about book how to draw motorcycles. It's like super book. It's like never been before. It's like super detailed, like guides about how to draw, and also a lot of information, like encyclopedic level about about motorcycles. So it's like about different motorcycle types, different details. Like here's like scooter engine. So I have Harley Davidsons, sport bikes, choppers, everything. Yeah, just print couple pages to check fonts. Yeah, in the future I will do animals and human anatomy, but not very soon. Now I need to finish motorcycle book, so it still will be more like about environments and motorcycles. But then one day I will do animals and people, human anatomy. For sure. Make a face here. Let me check. Need to adjust this chat. Так. Так, yeah, just fix chat. Need to check. Так. Any questions? Anything? Let's see. This. Так. Mhm. Okay, yeah, maybe like this. And my cat wake up. Oh, the cat. Так. Yeah, this font still looks small. Let me fix font size. Yeah, maybe a little bigger. Hey, it's disappear. Yeah. Ah, it's a resets chat. Can you write something right now? I will check how it looks. Or I can write a link again. No, it's disappear. I have here, okay. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Yeah, thank you. I will tell to cat. Yeah, okay, I see like this. So here is chat, fix, and yeah, I think for today it's enough. So see you in the next streams. See you in next tutorials.